Hello, everybody, and welcome to the DSA. Here is our intro.
Who are you? Really?
Really? I am just a figment of your imagination.
Welcome, everybody. Who left?
Monkey.
Oh, Monkey is not here.
Oh, they may have because of
Monkey, are you
not
there?
showing up. They might be popping back in a sec.
Well, hello, everybody, and welcome. Welcome to the DSA. Hopefully Monkey will pop back in. We have the 400 subby special, and it's about submarines.
Hood from the mountains of Idaho, and I expose the censored truth.
You may need to turn
This
up.
video may cause original thoughts to develop and have you questioning your programmed and indoctrinated thinking. Throughout all of human history,
Where's the monkey? Shot the monkey.
Look at this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oi, motherfucking oi. I mean, obviously, I always fuck up somewhere, and already I ain't even got a word out, and I fucked up. I don't know, it just froze. The thing is, I was trying to fucking get, you know, sometimes you just wander off into your own fucking thoughts, and there I was, I had my tail in my hand. I was trying to stick it up my ass, and then like, I was wondering if I could stick my tail so far up my ass I could pull it out my nose, and then I realised, like, fuck, we're live. I need to get my shit together, so here I am. Hi.
Oh, awesome. Original thoughts, he says, that this video is going to give us. And how old are these original thoughts?
Original thoughts?
Billions of years.
Here's a question. Is every thought original?
Not necessarily.
No,
Well,
but, like,
technically, every thought is original, not every idea.
No, that's
Fair
right.
enough.
But like, I think
Fair.
that every thought, even if it's been thought a billion times before, it's still original at that moment, isn't it? It's got to be. Yeah.
That you
Yeah.
need.
Just not the idea. Yeah.
Yeah,
Damn
not the
monkey.
idea. No, of course.
Damn monkey making sense. What the fuck?
I'm fucking rocking, mate. I'm smart as fuck. You fucking Homo sapiens have got no fucking hope. I mean, why the fuck you ended up with no tail? That is your downfall.
penguins technically do have tails.
Yeah, penguins do, but people don't.
Yeah, but they
But
can't.
what do
People
penguins do
born
with their
with
tails? Not a lot. I
born
mean, you know, a little bit of swimming action. I can hang from a fucking tree and stick it up my ass. Can you stick your tail up your ass?
No.
No.
No. There you go then. So I have that up on everyone here tonight. I can stick my tail up my ass.
But Monkey, the
Yes.
biggest question is, can you stick it up my ass?
Absolutely, absolutely, not a
Sorry.
problem. Yeah, if you don't, I mean, like, I'm not being funny, but like, it might have ended up your ass had you not even asked. You know what I mean?
Ooh.
You just be like, oh, what the fuck?
A
Because
little.
I'm sick of my own ass. Who else can I stick it up? So yeah, you know, just consider it done at some point during the evening. My tail will be up your ass.
Holy fuck! It's not the videos. It's the monkey that makes me need to drink.
Yeah, well,
Fair enough.
yeah. If you're gonna hang out with this monkey, this is a drunk monkey. Remember, if you ain't got a beer, fuck off.
Oh, I don't got a. I'm not grabbing a beer. I'm grabbing a Bacardi and Coke.
Well, that'll do. That'll fucking do. That is good enough for me,
there's-
pal.
There's a movie aside from chat.
Yeah, I usually don't use the subscriber word on YouTube because I have the suspicion that it wants to punish you when you're having success.
Oh, okay.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I know there's certain
Hey,
things
what
that
was-
you shouldn't say, but yeah, we'll call it
Submarines.
the 400th wank.
That'll work.
That is what it is tonight. Okay, this is the marathon 400th wank. Here we are.
What was that old cartoon way back in like the late 70s, early 80s, where the spaceships actually looked like submarines?
Don't know.
I can't remember. Was it Star Raiders?
No, don't know that. Don't know that at all. I mean,
Doesn't ring a bell.
And
I'm
Loki,
nearly
Mike,
50,
if you want to
so-
come in, y'all got a link.
I don't know. It just when Loki Fish said something about submarines, it clicked in my head. I just see this image of it looks like a submarine, but it's flying through space and got lasers and all that good shit on it. I can't remember the name of the cartoon.
Couldn't tell you.
We will have to look that up.
I will.
Anyone want to continue with this flat Earth making fun of this numpty who thinks who thinks that these pictures represent reality?
I would absolutely, definitely like to see it
Oh,
for the
that
first
dude.
time,
Yeah,
seeing
let's
as,
swing
I
some
was
shit
pulling
at
my
them.
tail from my ass.
Yeah.
Every culture has always depicted our Earth to be level and stationary. When we were too young to think for ourselves, they brainwashed our society with false beliefs of that globe.
Of that globe.
We're the brainwashed ones. He can't even understand the shape of the world that he lives on.
Can I just tell you, like, I don't know, because I don't know who this is, right? But it reminds me of, like, a cross between Eric Dubé and Phuket Word. You know, like, his whole style, and it's just bollocks, isn't it, really? It is just bollocks. Like, it's always just bollocks. We love it. We love this bollocks.
The next video we got, this guy claims to have the clearances. And even though I did know people who were absolutely batshit crazy and out of their minds, who could look at nuclear power plant prints, you would hope that when someone started saying the earth was flat, that they would lose their clearances because they can't tell the difference between fantasy and reality.
We were fed a
They can't do
well-packaged
basic
web
geometry.
of lies, gradually, over several generations, taking our beliefs further and further from God's true earth plane.
It's a religion flourish.
Mhm.
Oh,
Well, they're all religious, aren't they? Because if you believe there's a dawn, there's something that's not human must have put it there. So you have to believe in.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And they seem to like. I mean, all scriptures misinterpreted over and over and over, isn't it? And like the old dome, you know, that is just their interpretation of an absolute pile of fucking underwear. To be perfectly honest with you, fuck.
well, I
I
mean,
can't believe we're even actually, you know, mature, civilized human beings in the 21st century having a conversation about the shape of the fucking planet.
Yeah.
exactly. When we figured it out 5,000 years ago,
Yeah,
if not longer. Yeah.
and
mean-
it doesn't matter anymore.
No.
You know, it is, and that's it. It doesn't matter.
Well, what I don't get is why people are playing a fucking 5,000 or 8,000, however old Judaism is, game of phone tag with fucking God's word. Look, if he wrote it down and it's all fucking real, it should be like on platinum tablets in a tabernacle somewhere, like with the light shining down on it, and you know what I mean?
Fuck.
There's God's
Well,
word.
I probably should be careful because that's going to turn into someone's holy vision and it's going to birth a whole new religion.
Oh,
With
Jesus Christ.
platinum
That was
tablets.
my bad. That was my bad.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That was my bad.
And then they say they're putting them in a hat and then they stick their head in and they say they can read what's on there. Never
You
mind.
belong in Slytherin. Oh, sorry, wrong hat.
It only takes
My
3
bad. I'm
generations
sorry.
for a deception to be indoctrinated as the truth. When Grandpa was taught those same lies, then the truth is forever lost.
It's when someone decides that they believe the earth was round and then one day they hit their head on something really, really hard, take some mind-bending drugs and then say, it's flat now.
Earth flat.
Close enough. Oh shit.
This fucking this shit to me, you know, like when they
We have Mike Bertelson.
Hello,
oh,
Mike.
rock and fucking roll. Get in there, geezer. Fucking speak then.
Hello, Mike.
Shit the
Hey.
bed.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can hear
And
you.
now,
Yeah.
brother.
Yes.
And now.
Oh, that's a good voice.
Well,
So
not
what you
now.
up to,
Awesome to
Mike?
have you,
Everyone's
Mike.
just shut the
I
fuck
don't
up,
know.
and then everyone spoke at the same time. Whoa, boom! How's it going, brother? I ain't seen you for a while. All good.
I think there might be some audio issues.
Yeah, it could be. You know, yeah.
Yeah.
That doesn't,
Might be a delay or something. Yeah.
maybe. Yeah.
Oh.
Don't know.
I don't know.
I'm gonna masturbate.
Oh, well, go do it, monkey.
Are you gonna kill some
Every
angels?
ocean, lake, or reservoir anywhere on Earth does in fact measure perfectly level. Ask yourself how
I
that
need to
spinning
smoke more
round Earth ball has demonstrably flat oceans. Think about that.
Oh,
Flat and level are not the same thing. You can't.
Well, you know what's interesting, right? If you have like an inspection plate, there is actually less curve on the Earth has less convexity than a inspection plate that we use to inspect parts for machining and engineering. I actually did the math one time. I hope Mike can
The
join in.
words by others enslave your mind. Freedom comes from critical thinking.
I come from thinking about
look.
the ladies.
Wow. Sorry.
Yeah, there it is.
Awesome.
Oh, now we hear you.
Oh, good. Because it was first time I've used this on my new laptop, so I wasn't sure it was working.
Fair enough. Hey. But yeah, somehow submarines
Awesome.
prove the Earth is flat. Is that what's going on here?
They're probably going to claim the same thing as with the airplanes. Oh, but then they got to dip their nose.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
unless you want to
Well,
fly
they-
off space.
Well, this is a Flair's downfall. And they don't get perception, perspection, or distance. How big things are. It's like when they
don't
say
get scale.
the sun is local. I'd say, well, I fucking hope so, because what's the universe? About 50 million light years across? 50 billion light years across? Something like
12
that.
billion.
No,
12
not
billion
billion.
like years.
Not billion. Yeah.
Actually,
thought it was about 46
considering cosmic expansion, I think it's over 100 billion light years across
Yeah.
right now.
Well, no,
But,
That's what they're
What,
saying.
so
Yeah.
Isn't
the
it
whole
the
universe?
observable
universe?
universe is 12 billion, I think. Is that
Yeah,
right?
right at 13
That's the
billion.
age.
12, yeah, 13, yeah, maybe, yeah.
Give or take.
46.5 billion light years.
Yeah, I mean, either way, like, yeah,
So-
the sun is fucking local.
Or even that, yeah, 93 million
I mean, the
miles.
sun
the
is
best
sat on my
spit
fucking
away.
lap, really, in cosmological terms. It's actually, I'm fucking cuddling it as we speak.
Yeah.
And and you know what the thing is with Fluffs is they don't get anything, and I still struggle to really truly believe that there are people that are that stupid. I still think that it's all an elaborate joke, and they don't believe any of it, and they're all creating some elaborate prank on us lot, and really they don't believe any of it.
Monkey, that would be funny. That would be funny.
It would be,
fucking
wouldn't it?
Trumps, if MAGA Trumpsters didn't exist. There are people that fucking stupid. There really
Yep.
are.
There
Yep.
are.
Sadly, yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cuss on your stream.
it's all right. The next video that's coming out has a giant middle finger pointed at the Muskov in photorealistic glory.
I will be providing my in-depth experience of U.S. Navy submarines and how they prove we do not live on a globe Earth.
In-depth experience.
And I'd like to point out that this person here pinched the next video from another channel. I didn't watch the first one all the way through, so we got a double header.
By the way, did we get Mike Bertelson?
Yep. I'm
Yeah.
here.
Yep.
Yes, he's
Haven't you had experience? Am I right in saying you've had experience with submarines?
10 years in the
Yeah.
Navy submarine service and
you kinda
26
know.
years as an engineer at electric boat designing
That's
and
it,
building
I
submarines.
I thought you did dabble a little bit here and there.
Yeah, a little bit.
And so
You
you sort of would know, like, really, this is your shit, isn't it, bruv?
It is.
And
you spent 10 years in the metal dildo.
exactly, yes. I had to
Yeah.
point that out for anyone who
Well,
didn't
4.5
know.
years at sea.
Hey,
and-
look, my heart goes out to you. I couldn't do that shit. No, I had to join the army. I thought that meant being on land, but I was wrong. I was fucking wrong.
I was in the Army National Guard before I joined the Navy, though.
Oh, okay, cool, brother.
Uh, Respect. Like,
Yeah.
absolute fucking
According
respect.
to Trump, you guys are fucking losers.
That's
Suck
right.
it. We suck it.
That's it.
Suckers and losers. That guy needs.
Suckers and
But,
losers,
but,
yeah.
but to be honest, if Trump thinks you're a loser, you're probably doing something right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Trump needs his fucking haircut. That's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. High and tight, motherfucker. High and tight.
Yeah, I'm hanging tight. What are you
However,
talking about? Our new
due to the
government
nature of my
on the
job
submarine.
and the security clearance that I hold, I wish to remain anonymous.
The nature of his job and the security clearance that he holds.
Yeah. In other words, he doesn't want to get fired.
I'm
for being
sorry. I'm
stupid.
sorry.
No.
Right? I'm sorry. We
Usually
have
this
an expert.
means. Sorry.
Yeah, we have an expert on the panel, but like, there is absolutely no fucking way is the narrator of this video being anywhere near a fucking submarine.
Yeah, that's what like. Usually they say, "Oh yeah, I cannot reveal my identity for security
Yeah.
reasons."
No,
No,
you've never
it's
been
for the
anywhere
reason.
near it.
It's for the reason, so you cannot verify things.
Yeah, exactly. The reason is that you weren't there fucking there. No fucking way. I'm sorry. It's like when they say, some pilots come out and said that the Earth's flat. No fucking pilot who's flown a fucking aeroplane has ever said the Earth is flat. I guarantee you
Look.
that. Unless they
You
were
can-
high
look
on
it.
drugs or fucking, yeah, go on, sorry.
Look at just a second. Look, pilots of commercial aircraft who come out and say, "Hey, I saw a UFO or a something weird in the sky," they fucking get demoted and fired. So, what do you think a pilot's going to what's going to happen to a pilot who says, "Oh, the Earth's really fucking flat"? He's not going to get a job. No.
Well,
but they're not going to be
what's going
thinking
to-
that, so they're not credible. As someone can't claim they're a pilot when they're on the other hand saying the Earth is flat. You know what I mean? You can't, because like if you're a pilot, the very
Mike.
fucking, you navigate.
Mike,
go.
You've held security clearances, and they look at your media, because I know that anyone at where I worked in Virginia related to building submarines, and they did look at people's social media,
That's standard these days.
Yep.
They
they wouldn't have the security clearance for very long if they started saying shit like this.
Exactly.
Okay, look. I was Army intelligence. There's shit that I found out 25 years ago that I still can't talk about today, or I will be in Leavenworth.
Yeah, well, like, I've done jobs where I've had to sign the official secrets act and that, and
the NDA. I mean,
you can't talk about it. Yeah, it's simple.
If it hasn't been unclassified, I can't fucking talk about it. People have asked me, "Oh, well, what did you see? What did you hear?" Hey, look, I'm not telling you shit, because I'm not going to fucking prison for the rest of my life.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Am I wrong, Mike?
Oh no, you're absolutely correct.
Okay, I'm just
like the one, like when Trump talked to that Australian businessman a couple of years ago and told him some stuff about the Ohio class submarines. The subject that he was discussing, I worked for 26 years electric boat designing and building submarines. That subject, even we're not supposed to like talk out in the open. That stuff is about the most highly sensitive stuff there is.
Yep.
And he's just spouting it out to whomever asks him that question. And those are the kind of things that, when I retired from EB a month ago. I had to sign NDAs and under threat of arrest that I can't talk about anything, especially about submarines, because this stuff is some of the most sensitive information in the military.
Well, my brother-in-law
and Trump just thinks it's cool to talk about because it is a fucking cool subject, and they are extremely cool machines, but
Yeah, but
Yeah.
at the end of the day, would you believe anything that comes out of that diaper wearing, orange, shit haircut pensioner?
Nope.
Oh no, no.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
yeah,
and I have one word. What Veronica said this. Trump called Vladimir Putin a genius not even 24 hours after the invasion of Ukraine that has went so well for Putin. The 3-day special military operation is going to last probably more than 3 years, and Putin's going to wind up leaving Ukraine with his tail between his legs. So look who Trump calls a genius, the man who fucked everything up so royally. If it wasn't so tragic for the Ukrainians, it'd be beautiful to watch.
hey, look, listen. Okay, I'm going to say this one time and one time only. I'm 51 years old. I have watched Trump pull his fucking crap for 40 years. In the 80s, in the 90s, in the 2000s, in the teens, and now. He does not change. And people do not fucking understand that he is a grifter and a fucking scallywag. If he can con a dollar out of you, he will fucking do it.
Absolutely. All he is, he's just a grifter. He's a fucking snake oil salesman. Nonsense. That's all he does now. Sells these pins for $500, gold fucking shoes, and
when he came out with the Trump Bible, I was like, motherfucker.
Well,
why don't you just I was like, whatever. Okay.
We do have a submarine. We do have a submarine expert on the panel, so we need to try to watch each other that we're not speaking over each other too much.
Right.
Oh, sorry. My bad.
And hi, Loki. How you doing?
Pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, just kind of catching up on what's going on. Want to congrats the channel on the 400 subs, whether they be subscribers or submarines.
Yep. We had someone unsubscribe because we said bad things about Trump. Well,
too bad.
They can
well,
that's
fair enough.
Let me just say something, right? Let me just say something. No matter what we all say, we will always have someone at some point just not like it and fuck off.
But I mean, as far as the Trump thing goes,
that very same comment that lost a subscriber could also pick up 3. You know, fuck people. You're people. I'm a monkey, but like you people, you're either gonna fuck off or not fuck off. And if you fuck off, well, all I've got to say about that is, well, then fuck off.
Yeah, monkey is almost human. I mean, that's close enough. That's close enough.
honestly, as far as the Trump thing goes, I look at it this way. I've been involved in advocacy and stuff like that, and my family's dealt directly with politicians and all. And the general consensus in the family is, hey, if you find a decent politician on either side of the party, it's just, or in either party, it's just because they haven't been caught yet. Which is a sad state.
I've worked for the U.S. Department of the Navy as a submarine quality assurance specialist for the last 5 years. My job is to ensure that each submarine is built properly, safely, and to the engineer's plan. I have an intimate knowledge of every aspect of
That's not even an American sub.
Man knows his shit.
There you go.
Knows his shit.
And there you go. That was a bit of grabbing a bit of fucking footage that, like, yeah, that one looks like not many people are going to know that one, so I could blag being on it, not thinking about like what country it's from, and yeah,
Can't tell for sure. I think it's British.
never been, like I said, the closest they've got to a submarine is on their phone screen when they're making the fucking video, and there they are, fucking. That's what you get.
Oh wait, are you telling me those racks are full of bangers and mash? Is that what you're telling me?
Fucking better be bangers and mash.
Yeah.
Although the picture at the beginning where he showed, they blurred out his face, does look like the radio room on a 688 class submarine, so which is what he claims to have been.
Or he could be taking pictures off the internet and claiming that he is, because his hair is different colors in different pictures.
Yeah. I don't believe he was a radio man in the Navy. No.
Well, I mean, if he was QC and oversight and all this other stuff, I'm sitting here going, by making this video, that's a very long list of TS violations. Because there's no way he would have been read out by now.
Mm-mm. Yeah, I don't think he revealed anything sensitive, but he makes some stupid claims that make no sense, and claims that prove he's never been to sea.
And at Huntington Ingalls, you can't bring phones with cameras onto the premises. Literally everyone had an iPhone when I worked there, because you could choose at the time not to have a phone. Every camera in your phone was Apple.
Yep.
I do have to pipe up though. To suggest that he is like literally not been to sea is that's wrong. I mean, he was taken down when he was 4 years old, and he built a very nice sand castle.
That's about as close as he got too. He's never been to sea on a submarine, that's for sure.
Now that you heard a little bit.
See how his hair is blonde here, but it was brown in the other picture?
Yeah.
Of my background,
well, then again, like, I used to be much blonder, and then I turned darker blonde. Now, sadly, some other
hair
when not talking about that.
Yeah, penguins have hair. When I was a kid, my hair was blonde, and now it's dark brown. It's not black.
Crazy notion that the Earth is visibly.
Oh, I think Left-Handed Jedi is asking about sea legs.
I have always.
I had to do the sea legs thing because I took a long boat trip. I didn't go in the metal dildo, but I took a long fucking boat trip to get where I needed to go. And yeah, I had to get sea legs first. Otherwise, you're gonna be riding the rail. You're just gonna be puking the whole fucking time. Because it's up and down and up and down and up, back and forth, back and forth.
What the news had to say. As I got older, I started looking into more and more things out of my own curiosity. 9/11, school shootings. I eventually started researching the moon landing because it just never sat well with me.
There we go.
Oh wait, now
Moon landing.
Okay. Gotcha.
And it didn't take long for me to completely unravel that for the hoax that it is.
Absolute bollocks. Bollocks. That's all I can say. There's no other word to describe it other than bollocks.
He buys all the conspiracies.
It's total
But
shot.
I think that is but there's a lot of things you say for like other conspiracies, but this literally is the epitome of bollocks and bollocks only.
Yeah.
What people don't seem to remember about the race to the moon is we were in the race with Russia to get to the moon. That's why we did it. That's why people died for us to get there. I'm sure cosmonauts died too. It was not a trivial thing.
You know what's fun, right? Neil Armstrong walked on the moon before toilet paper was mass produced in the Soviet Union.
Fun fact.
That is a fun fact.
Fair enough. Hey.
Yeah, that is.
I gotta write that
actually
one
is
down.
Quite interesting.
And the Soviets opened up their first factory in late summer, their first toilet paper factory in late summer of '69.
The summer of '69.
Yeah,
I was starting to.
I know that we had a school a trip to Moscow when I was 14, and it was very strange. You know, we were being offered like money for jeans. We were children as well. You know, like I said, I was like 14. We was being offered money for the jeans that we'd had on, and McDonald's. We were taken to McDonald's, and that was like, it's, you know, out of a McDonald's, out of like the average person's fucking league. You know, that just can't afford a fucking McDonald's. It was mad. Yeah. So yeah, and then there was Neil Armstrong wiping his ass on the moon.
Yeah, you know, there was a turd from one of the earlier space missions that killed a Chinese satellite. That's another fun fact.
Realize that we have been lied to on so many levels. What else could there possibly be? Then I saw a video about the flat Earth pop up on my YouTube recommendations.
Oh, I recognize that one. That's
Let
one of the
me-
stupidest videos.
Let me pull this up and go to this part because this guy actually like stole a video from this guy. So I'm gonna. This has better sound. We're close enough.
After that, I was starting to realize that we have been lied to on so many levels. What else could there possibly be? Then I saw a video about the flat Earth pop up on my YouTube recommendations. At first,
P900 is a piece of crap. Loki, would you explain beautifully how the P900 and P9000 is a piece of crap? Before. Do you remember exactly what the specs were or why it was crap compared to other things? I think it has something to do with the sensor.
Yeah, I believe. I believe
It does.
sensor is-
The sensor in the P900 is one of the smallest sensors. It's a mediocre bridge camera, is what it is. The sensor is even smaller than the one in my current Galaxy S20 cell phone. So just because you can zoom in a lot does not mean shit. You're still gonna have crap pictures.
I tell you what though, I mean, I do predict because I mean these flat earthers and this flat earth community, they are so batshit fucking crazy. I mean, come on, they've already had a conference. There will be a flat earth museum, and you can guarantee your P900s and your P1000s will be in the science part of the science and truth, the scientism and truth part of their flat earth museum. 100%.
You could actually do better by buying a entry level DSLR, a Canon or a Nikon or just about any of them, and you can rent lenses for a fraction of what it would cost to buy them new for any application you want, and you could shoot all of the much better pictures than either the 900 or 1000 will shoot.
I'm not being fucking. I'm not being funny though, but like certainly when they start using it for celestial bodies, you can't beat a telescope. Period.
True.
Yeah.
I thought this was absolutely ridiculous. I decided that I'd look into it simply to disprove it and move on. It should be easy, right?
It is.
It
Yes,
is easy.
It is.
Yeah,
Very.
it's fucking really easy. Yeah.
You can't do that. You're more stupid than a guy named Brainless.
Oh, you're not that dumb, Brandon.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're not that dumb. You have the circuitry. That's not exactly organic tissue, but robots still are smart.
Well, they're slowly getting replaced with the organic chips, though.
We are the Borg.
That was over 6 years ago, and I still can't disprove the flat Earth.
Well,
In
you're
fact,
dumb as a bag of
the more
sand. Sorry.
You have to be
Yes.
fucking stupid if you can't disprove the Earth, the flat Earth. If you can't disprove that, you are an absolute fucking idiot. A stupid, backward-thinking fucking bellend that is literally a fucking rotten carcass, maggot-eating fucking. Oh, I don't even, I'm stopping
That's
right
how
there.
you really feel. Oh shit!
the more I research it, the more it reveals. This leads me into my submarine experience. Looking back on everything,
I did a Google search for a submarine of that name, and it don't exist.
That doesn't surprise me. Thing is, like, you know, it's people like us that do a research, but it's the people that are spreading these videos don't do any research. They just look for what they want to hear and listen to it.
That kind of.
A submarine of which name?
Africanado.
Oh, yeah, I don't know what that is.
I had accomplished while on active duty with eyes to see. Has only served to solidify my stance that we live on a flat and motionless plane. I served on board of a United States 688I fast attack nuclear submarine.
No, you fucking didn't. You didn't do any of that. You're lying your ass off.
Mm-hmm.
And I can personally attest that we never constantly angled down during our submarine deployments.
Which is like the stupidest thing I ever heard. I mean, first of all, if he's ever been to sea, he would know the seas are rough. You're constantly having to compensate. You don't just, put it on autopilot like you would a plane and let it go. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like the space shuttle. I mean, when I used to fly the space shuttle, it's a bit different.
I mean, I've been in like the North Atlantic where we're taking 10 to 15 degree rolls at 400 feet because the surface weather was so bad. Their currents are just they're everywhere constantly. Thermoclines. There's just even if you were pointing the damn nose down, you would never know it in all the noise of keeping the boat on course and on depth.
Yeah, but it's not just that. But they say that about airplanes, don't they? You know, they've got to be constantly fucking dipping the nose.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, the way I see it, like, say for instance, they're flying east. Do they have to keep turning left so they don't crash into the fucking ice wall?
Yeah, exactly. and not to mention too, I mean, submarines are not speed demons. So
yeah.
How far does a 525 foot submarine have to go? Or in the case of a 688I, it's like 475 or something like that. How far does it have to go before there's any noticeable curvature to the Earth?
Yeah, but let's face it, these fucking bellends don't understand like scale. They can't comprehend it in any way, can they? So
no. A good bicycle
don't get
rider
it.
can pedal a bike as fast as your standard submarine these days.
Well, I mean, even if you did angle down, that's like what? The length of the sub, that works out to what? The thickness of a couple atoms?
Something along those lines. If that. It's a ridiculous claim on his
the
part.
curve, the length of, I once did this calculation and I do remember approximately what it was. The length of curvature that you get over the length of an Olympic-sized swimming pool is, I know it's less than 1,000th of an inch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing is, too, if he had ever actually been to see open ocean on any kind of a vessel, he would know that this is a stupid claim.
Well, this is
And
it.
is
They
it
think
like-
they can. Vast distances are incomprehensible to most people, but they think they know what it is. they believe they can comprehend it, which is false. You know, it's like a plane will always have its nose down, or a submarine will. Well, yeah, if the submarine was 1,000 miles long, maybe, yeah, it'd have to slightly put the same in an aircraft. But no, they're idiots. They're fucking, and they're grown-ass human beings as well. There's just too much stupidity in the world. Really
And the irony is you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. There's that test facility where they test obviously downside scale models of vessels that are and there's one part of that is that follows the curvature of the earth. It's so fucking long.
They have to bend the reel slightly because it's so big that the curve's actually measurable.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Mike did a video on that. I'm gonna go look for it and put it in the side chat.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, that video too is a link to.
I
engineering
watched that
report
video.
on that.
I did watch that video, and then it led me to watching other videos on it. But I had seen it before, like a while back. But it's one of those where you just like to watch these things again, don't you? I do anyway. It's fucking incredible, like technology, and it proves the fucking shape of the planet at the same time.
They have a couple of really good new test facilities like that in Europe too. I think one of them's in the UK.
I imagine like you could get Jaron down to do his experiment on that stretch. That that is a really controlled environment, isn't it? You can't like sort of that could be the final experiment, sort of 1.02. Fucking God, these people are idiots, aren't they?
Yeah.
It just sometimes dawns on me that like I think that I'm gonna wake up and I'm just dreaming bullshit, and I'm like, nope, there are actually human beings that somehow, in some cases, as we know, are married to someone, they have children, they run a fucking home and have a job, and sometimes, in the case of fucking Leo, do a highly skilled job as operate those cranes. And then it's like, why is my crane not swinging around, like bending around and jiggling around as I fly through the space on the fucking, it's a pantomime, and you're like, what the fuck? How the fuck do you get to operate such such a piece of machinery like that and be a complete twat?
Yeah.
That should just be one question on the application form. Are you a fuck brain nincompoop?
But then they'll say, no, I'm a big brain flat earther. And then you know not to hire them.
Yeah.
Exactly. For him, it'd be like, no, but 99% of the world's population are idiots because they all believe in this pantomime of this, that can be verified and tested by all and all that bollocks. Do you know, he winds me up more than anyone.
Yeah, it can be like the flat earth can be proven by those very accurate measurement devices called eyes, you know?
Yeah, yes, exactly. Yeah.
Calibrated eyes.
Yeah,
crazy, isn't it?
Fun thing, right? Doing machining, if you try to do anything by eye, less than say a 16th of an inch, and that's really pushing it, you're risking fucking up royally all of the time. That's why we have measuring instruments that can, like a micrometer, can measure basically human hair is between 3/1000ths of an inch and 5/1000ths of an inch for the coarsest hairs I've measured. So basically a micrometer can measure about not a digital one, but a regular one with a vernier scale, 1/50th the width of the relatively coarse hair. So, far better.
One of our longest transits went from the Gulf of Oman around the southern tip of Africa and back to Connecticut. We were underwater for almost 3 months straight.
Hear that, Mike? This guy claims to have worked that electric boat because he was like all the way back to Connecticut. The quality insurance people are usually, well, I wouldn't say that, but I know Ingalls had in-house quality assurance, and then the Navy had their own inspectors.
Right. EV does too. Yeah. But I think he's talking about when he was a radioman.
Right.
My job on board as a radioman meant that I spent a lot of time both in the radio room and in the control room.
Well,
the control room is.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I thought you were saying something.
Yeah, that's right.
Where they navigate and drive the submarine.
Commander, the captain has something interesting to say.
Yeah.
So wasn't when he was on board with him, but they had a third mate once admitted he was a flirt. He was stripped of its rank on the spot, and the rest of the crew didn't trust the flirt.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, that's like
Jesus. Why would you admit that?
That's amazing.
Oh fuck! I like the fact stripped of his rank immediately. Oh.
Well, I mean, everyone's life is at stake, so.
Oh yeah, no, I get that. But yeah, yeah.
Leave it up there.
I never once, in my 5 years active duty, heard the officer of the deck or the diving officer give the order to consistently change the angle of the submarine to compensate for the curvature of the Earth.
Hold on a second. Did he say 5 years active duty?
That's what he said.
That's kind of funny, seeing that the Navy does 6 years.
Yeah.
I was getting ready to say that.
Probably at the end, he admitted that he was a flirt, and he probably got kicked out.
Well, in the Army, you did either 4 years, 6 years, or 8 years. I did 8 years. So,
yep.
Probably about the same for the Navy. I don't know.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, especially if he's on submarines, it would be 6.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I mean, personally, I think he is the most fucking ridiculously stupid bellend that I have seen since the last time I was on this show.
Oh. Slim Cyborg had a guy on there last week or the week before, and you make you want to start cutting yourself. I tell you, he was dreadful.
Yeah, he knows how to find the stupid.
Yeah, there's no way that anybody would be telling you to dive to compensate for the curvature of the Earth. It's just stupid to expect that you would.
I mean, water is like 1,000 times denser than air. So a moderate current can actually move that sub if it's not being powered against it.
Right. And one of the things about boats is they are big round tubes. Most ships, they have some sort of flat bottom to them. But submarines, they just roll easily because they're just round. There's nothing to stop them.
Yeah, but anyone can use one, They're really, really easy. I mean,
the other thing too is like the Navy. He should know this, but because I was on submarines in the early 80s, and we would come up to periscope depth to get a navsat fix on our location. It was the Navy's satellite system. It was called Transit at the time. They used the current GPS system now. They retired Transit in 1996. But you're like in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, 1,500 miles from the nearest land in the early 80s. You're submerged and you're getting a satellite fix on your location. He should know that right there proves satellites exist, because there's just no way to do that otherwise.
Absolutely.
He's saying so many things that prove there's no way he was ever a subsailor.
Thing is, like, the only time that I couldn't believe this question was being asked, what is the shape of the Earth question, was getting off 6 years ago when I stumbled upon Simon Dan, and I thought it was a joke. Watched a few more, and I was like, "Oh wow, this is fucking like real."
Really stupid.
and it was like something that I hadn't even thought was a thing, And I mean, I'm like I'm 49 this year, right? And I'm going back 6 years ago, so 42, 43. Never ever thought it was even a discussion, and then all of a sudden, I'm going 43, 42, 43 years old, and I'm thinking, people are debating and questioning and discussing what the shape of the fucking planet we're walking on is. Really? What the fuck?
I had like the same thing. Like, I'm not sure if the first one was Simon and Dan or Conspiracy Cats, but like one of those two was one of the first that I came across, and I'm like, what? There's people that believe what? Like, I've never thought of myself as somebody that's extremely smart, but like, I'm like, wait, at least I know I'm not the dumbest person on earth.
Absolutely.
If you feel dumb, stupid, and useless, always remember they're flat earthers.
Yeah.
And
what's fun is Russia is promoting the flat earth because it indoctrinates you into the conspiratorial thinking, and literally, if they can get you to believe the fucking earth is flat, they can convince you of just about any ridiculous shite they want.
Well, flat earth is the hold my beer of conspiracy theories.
Yeah, and like they like it's a way for Russia to get people to distrust their own government.
Yeah, but like when people say, I mean, there, as we know, there are an awful lot of conspiracy theories, right? And then you've got flat Earth. And now for me, I think calling it a conspiracy theory is giving it too much credibility, to be honest with you.
It's yeah.
Because it's just like, it's so ridiculous that if you think that there's a conspiracy theory in that, you are You want to look in the mirror, pal.
Oh yeah, and do you guys
We should
remember
call
that?
it a giant turd nugget. That's a better way to put it.
Do you guys remember that
Oh, yeah.
that company, that flat Earth company, that flat Earth science company, FE Core?
Oh yeah.
Yes, I do. Yes.
Yeah.
They're a
If-
504
Yeah, just
charity
yeah.
or
Like I'm
nonprofit.
playing a game with spacecraft, and look what logo I'm using. That's just I thought that I would think that's funny. Like I'm doing one of the most nerdy globalist games you could ever imagine. And then you just yeah, I import that logo to use as my flag for my space agency.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, that's no. Who the commander is AFK for a sec. Oh, and the monkey is what? No, that wasn't.
But yeah,
yeah,
Monkey was right. I mean, if you can't debunk it, then yeah, you're a dumb as fuck.
yeah. Then yeah.
But
Yes,
but
most
then
definitely.
they go on believing that that you know that they're the smartest people in the world. For some reason.
First rule of Dunning-Kruger Club is you don't know you're in Dunning-Kruger Club.
I've never heard that one. Oh, I'm
brilliant.
loving it.
That is brilliant.
I'm loving it.
Yeah, I still get in trouble when going to various flat Earth groups and stuff like that. So, do you guys have a working map yet? Banned, blocked.
Yeah.
The thing is,
Yeah,
you're
but like if
asking-
somebody asks you such a simple question and you need to block them,
yeah,
you might be
you're
in a cult.
asking them if they've got a working map. The problem with the flat earthers is, I mean, obviously they are a community, and they have the sacred brain cell of Flatardia, which is rigged up to a machine that is carried around, and they have to plug it in, fire it up, and that is like where all the wealth of knowledge comes from. It's fascinating. Yeah.
From the sacred brain cell.
Yeah, the sacred brain cell of Flatardia. They share it between them. And it's on a life support machine, you see.
It has to be.
So it's kept alive, and like, you know, the likes of say, Anthony Riley will come along and he will book time with it. So he'll sort of like book it for a week and use it to make a video.
This is an egg.
And then he has to give it back. And obviously then someone else, like say Phuket Word, will say, well, obviously I'm in Phuket. And they're like, so he'll have to have it for a couple of weeks. So then you'll get taken to him and he'll do his video. And then he'll send that sacred brain cell back to its headquarters. And you got a Phuket Word video. Yeah. It's fascinating. It's fascinating. I tell you what, they nearly destroyed themselves because you got CC, obviously. He's not one of the smartest of idiots, right? He tried to microwave the fucking thing. And it was literally his wife that, prevented, microwaving the only brain cell they've got between them, which is, I might add, fossilized. And, and yes, she literally saved their entire fucking community by stopping CC from microwaving their brain cell.
I honestly don't know why she hasn't left him yet.
Yeah, it must be something to do with benefits or something like that. Like, otherwise, I cannot imagine why she would stay with him.
All you heard on his video there in the background says, "Shut the fuck up, you idiot."
No, but I've heard videos where she actually literally said, "Yeah, you do know I really don't like you."
Well,
it's where he's standing
he's
outside
a loser.
and I believe he was filming the moon or something. or some stars. I don't remember, but he was out, and like she was like, "You do know I really don't like you." Like, for
It's
fuck's
obviously
sake,
a
man.
marriage of convenience or something.
Yeah, but I do feel bad for her. Like because someone that probably a few more of us have seen around on inside chats and stuff. Like they stayed with their husband because of benefits and like insurance, and like they waited to get divorced from their husband until her daughter was married, and therefore had this insurance through her husband. Because if she would divorce him, like her daughter would not have insurance anymore. Like it could be something like that, you know?
Yep.
Well,
I wouldn't go anywhere near CC except to point and laugh
primary
at him.
task of the diving officer and the helms and plainsman is to maintain the submarine as level as possible while in transit. If
yes,
the Earth
level, that's not flat.
And like Mike said, level as possible sometimes means a 15-degree tilt. That's the best that they can do sometimes.
Look, you could put a fucking zigzag fucking bookcase up, and you're still going to get level, aren't you?
Yeah. Get different instruments to measure flat, different instruments to measure level, because they're not the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
any measurable curvature, I am certain we would not have been able to make this incredibly long transit without accounting for it.
So like
But you are
gravity
stupid.
gravity is a force where well, it just keeps you at the same depth. You know, all things considered, if nothing changes with your buoyancy, regardless of where you are, it doesn't have to you don't have to steer it down.
At the end of the day, right? You know, neither submarines nor aeroplanes will work in the way they do if there was no fucking gravity.
Mm-hmm.
But don't forget, you can fly these people into space in a glass rocket, and they would still say the rocket was made out of GoPro lenses. They'll never admit their idiocracy.
You'd hear it all. You'd hear it all, right down to I was drugged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you got drugged when you got drugged into the flat earth. Mind-bending drugs, most likely.
I
can't drugs.
I can't think of any drugs that would do that to you. No, you have to be just fucking stupid as fuck.
Yeah.
I know, I've been
special people.
I've been drunk enough where I wish the Earth was flat and not moving.
Yeah.
I've been in such a nice place after a couple of party poppers that I believe that I was bigger than Jesus. I wasn't. You know, I was just a monkey.
Oh, poor monkey.
Here is another flat Earth proof that I never noticed while I was on active duty, thanks to years of indoctrination. Periscope observations.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
No, this old chestnut.
We can see too far.
Yeah, you really can't.
No, I know.
And this is the other thing too, is that they talk about the periscope. I see this over and over and over again. And they talk about how you can see a ship at like 10 or 15 nautical miles. Well, yeah. Why not farther than that? Or why is it limited to that distance?
And why can you not? Why can you not see the bottom of that object?
And the other thing is too, before, you know, especially back in the day before we had some accurate electronic sensors and everything, you could gauge a rough distance to your target through the periscope. So if you know what ship you're looking at, you know how much of it above the waterline you can see, and what you can't see is below the curve. You can actually use that to calculate a rough distance to that target. You don't need, you know, you could tell how far it is away because you're using the curvature of the earth. And half the systems that are on board these boats are designed to use curvature to our strategic advantage. So this guy's dumb as a bag of sand. He's lying. He's never been on a submarine.
Yeah. Do you know, the thing is, the longer this video goes on for, the more you, even if you were fucking stupid, the more you start to realise that he's talking out of his arse and that he's not been anywhere near a fucking submarine. You know? Fuck. It's just, it's laughable.
When the submarine is at periscope depth and the observer is looking for ships on the horizon, they will start to see masts at about...
Listen. He just
Isn't
said
that a
Horizon.
beautiful video game?
Horizon.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful video game.
That's exactly what that is.
Can I just
is
say...
that Silent Hunter that they're using?
Can I just say the very fact that he used the word horizon can only be possible. We can only have a horizon on a globe.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
if you stand on any peninsula, I've done it at Land's End in Cornwall, and you stand there and just use your peripheral vision, you can actually see the curvature from any peninsula. But these don't understand that.
it's fucking easy to prove to yourself, right, with just a few observations. You know, there's more than one observation you can do to absolutely fucking nail it, right? That are easy, that you don't need anything but fucking eyes that work.
Yeah.
Oh, and of course, you know, the sacred brain cell fired up and raring to go.
It depends who's got it. Obviously, he didn't have it this video. It must have been hired out to someone else, that brain cell.
That is the favorite comment that I have ever seen. And I will have to save it, clip it, and whenever we do a flat earth video, actually show it. Because the world has to be reminded of what happens if you work anywhere near anything that could cost someone a life and you say the earth is flat.
Oh.
You will immediately be stripped of your job and no one will trust you.
Yeah.
You know, like when you know, if someone's fucking talking about watching a video or a live stream and listening to someone actually talk about the earth being flat with their usual, you know, I mean, they've only got a vocabulary.
This is my favorite comment. I'm sorry.
But yeah, so like I'm just shocked that I'm hearing idiots talk bollocks. It's just shocking that there are grown people that believe such fucking nonsense.
Yes.
8 to 9 miles, depending on atmospheric occlusion and sea state.
I mean, he even said 8 to 9 miles. So if you go into a curve calculator and you put, like, periscope is what, maybe 3-4 feet above the waterline, you can see a ship that's got 75 or 100 feet above the waterline. You can see the tops of those, the masts of those ships at that distance. There's like no thought into that comment whatsoever.
And this guy needs to up his game on his videos because the ocean modifier in Blender, even with the rasterizing engine, can do a far better job.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
whole
yeah,
of
this
the
is
ships
an
won't be
old-school
visible
thing.
until about 5 miles, depending on atmospheric occlusion
I actually think that's still a video game.
and sea state.
Yeah.
At 9 miles away, the target should be 26 feet behind the curve. But this isn't what's observed.
How do you
Yeah, but
know?
we only have
Did
his
he man-
word
did,
for
did
that.
he man the periscope?
We only have his
They wouldn't
word.
let that fucker anywheres near it. He's a radio man. Why would he need to see the
Yeah.
periscope?
So how does he know what is observed through the periscope?
And not to mention that he's also talking about, I think he's talking about total drop, not what would be hidden. That's another flurf tactic. You know, you go to your basic geometric sphere circle calculator, and it's going to tell you, a drop, and that's the number they're going to use, not what the hidden height is. Dishonest bullshit is what it is.
Yeah, the calculator they
And
use
then-
assumes a perfect sphere with an observer height of 0
Yes,
and drop from observer. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's stupid.
Omni,
And whenever
right?
you use a proper calculator, everything
Yeah.
matches.
right.
Everything
And
works out.
especially when you account for.
I mean, come on. We all know that there are skylines that most of the time you can't see them, and then when the fucking conditions are just right, oh look, wow, they're 60
Yeah.
miles away, but you can fucking see it. I mean, even their own fucking like shit they try and cherry pick to use against us actually proves the fucking globe.
Well, yeah, it was
Then
the. Go ahead.
finish what you're gonna say.
I was gonna say the pick Gaspard shot that Whitsitt chose for his latest debate against Professor Dave. Even if you go to the site for that world record shot, they tell you that it just happened to be the perfect conditions. It's a tough one to get. You usually can't do it. The refraction was good on that day. It was early in the day, so the lighting was good. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to take that kind of a shot. So,
And wasn't that
and
shot
what
not
and what
also-
and what Whitsitt did was use the OmniCalc calculator that Lokifish was talking about, and he used that hidden height versus a refracted one. And he doesn't tell you that. He just rambles on because he doesn't want to show you exactly what it is he's doing and where it all comes from. And when he finally did have to show it, you could see it's the one that Lokifish described. You know, it tells you that it's the observer height of 0 and no refraction. It's just stupid. And
wasn't
that's how
the
they
picture
do it.
not also
Intellectual
in
dishonesty
infrared?
is the only way they can get away with it.
The picture also in infrared made it
Oh
even
yeah,
easier to like
Jay
that.
Tolan.
I don't remember
You
exactly,
have
but like that.
I'm sorry. You have the
Yeah,
radio
like because
operated. I'm sorry. I
What?
had a delay.
Go- go.
Continue.
No, like because like the
All right.
infrared like gets dispersed less. If I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken, something like that.
Well, Jay Tolan has a bunch of videos on his channel about that. He says show flat, and it's funny too because if you take the thumbnail of his video, you can clearly show that it's curved. He's just dishonest bullshit.
Yeah, you mentioned infrared. Infrared passes through haze a lot easier, and the way the way IR refracts under a lot of conditions actually does allow you to see a little bit further. That's part of the reason why the military uses it.
Yeah.
You got the radar operators who say, well, we can see planes hundreds of miles away, therefore Earth's flat. those planes are 40, 50, 60,000 feet in gale.
Yeah.
Yeah, when
That's why
reality
you can
is
see them.
the reality is like, yeah, we can use radar and see these planes at this distance. Radar works.
That's
You
why
know,
you use it.
that's
That's
the
why you
point
use a
of
P3
radar.
Orion to see what's on the ground farther away than, because you need that extra height.
It's fucking ridiculous, isn't it? Ridiculous.
Yeah.
My final flat Earth point on submarines is with regard to the ANWSN TAC-7 ring laser gyro.
Can I just say something before he goes on to his
Thank
fucking
you, Bob Nordell.
Bob Nordell fucking
Thanks,
point,
Bob.
right? Now,
Rest in peace.
you know, all the footage of these submarines. Now, if like, you know, if you were going to use, you know, like claim something like that, you'd like Mike. We know Mike's has experience. You know, he's popped on the odd submarine here and there. You know, he knows his shit, and would and could show real sort of images. That he was there at the time, whereas this is just like just random footage of a submarine, you know, and then just it's clearly like this submarine. I mean, obviously we know that he's talking out of his arse anyway and has never been near a submarine. But even if he'd been on, like, put it this way, in Gran Canaria, there's a yellow submarine with a glass bottom, and you pay about €25, and you go on it for about 45 minutes, and you can see all sorts, yeah? So even if he'd been on one of those, this submarine has absolutely nothing to do with any part of his life whatsoever.
Mm.
On board of U.S. Navy submarines. A typical gyroscope, like the ones used on board of an aircraft, is a device used for measuring or maintaining orientation and angular velocity. It is either a spinning wheel or disc with a counterweight, in which the axis of rotation is free to assume any orientation by itself. When rotating, the orientation of this axis is unaffected by tilting or rotation of the mounting, according to the conservation of angular momentum. However, a ring laser gyro doesn't have any established weight. They use light as a point of reference. It spins up a disc that shoots out lasers, and it has a digital encoder that deciphers where the laser strikes inside of the gimbal system.
Yeah.
No.
For him to like even want to go down the laser ring gyroscope avenue when Bob, God rest his soul, really sort of that's his legend, isn't it? You know, that he really did demonstrate that we are rotating and we will rotate at that 15 degrees per hour shift. Will be an entire rotation in a little bit over 24 hours. So yeah, I mean, you can't you can't try and pick this up and run with it. You know, Bob, put that to bed.
Yeah, and
thanks, Bob.
Bob.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
We all love Bob.
Make-believe gravity required.
It also said it spins up a disc, but a ring laser gyro doesn't have any moving parts, does it?
Yeah, it has I still think it has a disc spinning.
Yeah, I don't know.
A disc with a counterweight.
No, it just shoots out a laser at the same point, both directions, and it measures the difference in time that it takes to go around the whole thing.
It functions more off of light interference patterns.
Yeah.
The axis of rotation is free to assume any orientation by itself. when rotating, the orientation of this axis is unaffected by tilting or rotation of the mounting, according to the conservation of angular momentum. However, a ring laser gyro doesn't have any established weight. They use light as a point of reference. It spins up a disc that shoots out lasers, and it has a digital encoder that deciphers where the laser strikes inside of the gimbal system. No make-believe gravity required.
And just how is that a flat Earth proof? I mean, because it uses a different methodology doesn't mean a thing. It's got a
No, but also apparently regular mechanical gyroscopes require the fictional gravity. Then why do they work?
True.
The thing is, right? The point is going back to, you know, what Bob Nodell discovered. Like, you know, for all the and this again amounts to scale. You know, for like all how they interpret it, all the fucking hurtling through space, spinning around 1,000 miles an hour, blah 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 blah. All these ridiculous numbers that they fire up like they mean something. Yet it takes an hour and there's 15 degrees movement. You know, that is the scale of it. That is all that's registered is that 15 degrees. And then they bang on about all these numbers, how fast we're flying around the sun and how fast we're orbiting the Milky Way and blah, blah, blah. And yeah, 15 degrees is all that's fucking registered.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And we have concluded that video.
Ooh.
This was
All I
a
can say is
great show.
fuck.
Oh yeah, thank you. Thank you for having me up.
It was fucking shit.
You're welcome anytime. I left a link to a video, and I'm going to play the first minute or so of the next video. I just have to make a thumbnail. And I think we should be able to play it without any risk to the stream because Sabaton does not, or at least thus far has not given any problems.
That's good. I mean, I've just pooed on the floor and I'm seeing which I can, what a better sort of spherical, you know, rolling it in my hands. I've got my left hand and my right hand and I'm rolling them around and I'm seeing which one I can make a better circular fucking, you know, spherical, should I say, poo. Mm. Then I don't know what I'll do with it, so I would fucking keep your eyes open, people.
Yeah, monkeys normally throw it at people.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Warming up. Warming up.
And that is going to be out tonight or tomorrow. I just need to make a thumbnail.
Nice.
Nice.
Very good.
Thank you for coming, everybody. I actually have to start getting to work. It's actually the last day of this particular one. I think they are begging me to stay and offering more money, but I'm moving back to Virginia by August.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Well, you know, make it while you can and come back here. It's fucking hot.
I'll tell you something, right?
Yeah.
It was great to be on. It was a good laugh, and as we said earlier, yeah, I mean, 400 masturbations in a row. That's
Yeah.
something.
408. 408.
408. Who done the 8? Because I
$417.
was on 7.
17. Oh shit.
Oh,
Okay.
someone's been
We
choking
did have
hard.
Oh, it says 18.
we
now.
did have 400. Well, it now says 18 because like there was one person who basically didn't like the fact that we said things about Trump and backed off, and that's where they can go.
Yeah, but do you know what? People are people. Let them do what they want, and if they want to fuck off, they can fuck off. Otherwise, welcome. Look, you're never going to please everyone, are you? Yeah, I've been doing YouTube now for nearly 6 years, and I've in my old channel before it got taken away by YouTube, I had over 150 videos on there, and yeah, I used to sometimes put a video out and I'd lose like 9 subs or something, and then I just thought in the end it didn't. I just thought it happens, but then you gain subs as well. So here's what it is. You can never let that kind of dictate what you want to do. Have a good panel that are honest, that are open, that are going to speak facts, be entertaining, and if they say something that someone doesn't like, then it's that person's problem in it. But other than that, I've had a fucking blinder. Thank you for having me.
Yes, it's been fun.
Good to see you, Monkey.
I'll be back.
Good to have everyone.
This is a good time for me as well. So,
Monkey, can you put a link to your channel in the chat? I'm subscribed to so many people. I
do it now.
am having trouble finding it.
Yeah, I do now.
And Mike, and let me see if the links are actually in the description. They should be, if I remember.
They are. I saw them.
The one I put in is Monkey's channel. So everybody go sub there.
Oh, he'll slink
Monkey is awesome.
at your hat.
Yeah.
And Mike is
that
awesome
my
too.
channel? You put it in already, have you?
Yes.
Yeah, I've got
just
a couple of videos.
that last that last video that you did with the monkey that actually
Which one?
Last one? Where you had like with the monkey that you used in that video. That's not a monkey, that's an ape.
An ape, yeah. Well, and
sorry, I'm an ass.
Your fucking point.
I've just
look. Do you really think that I put my real face on camera? Do I fuck? People want to kill this monkey.
Commander, I just posted a link.
Yep.
Of something I did on the Flat Earth years ago. It's only a couple of minutes long if you want to watch it. I suggest you slow it down though, so you read it.
Well, I'll send Monkey the picture. I'm working on the face keys. Slowly but surely, I'm making 3D avatars of absolutely everyone.
Okay, cool. That'd be cool, yeah.
I can't find the render. All right. Everyone have a great night, great morning, wherever you are. Say bye.
Yes.
Bye. So long, everybody.
Bye.
Later.
Bye.
Bye, you